So as we start reading Beowulf, there are some things I do want you to keep in mind, which will help the reading of it and the understanding, the digestion of the epic poem a little bit easier. One, as you remember from the explanation, the poetry, the Seamus Heaney version, it's beautiful poetry. It's more simple and easy poetry to understand than the Odyssey, but that doesn't denigrate it at all. It's still an incredible poem, and it's Seamus Heaney's beautiful work. Understand the narratological terms as you go through and the general literary devices, alliteration, shield, sheafs, scourge. Look for the epithets as they talk about shield chiefs and the scourge of many tribes, a wrecker of mead benches, rampaging among foes, this terror of the hall troops. All these phrases that are descriptive substitutions for the actual name of the character, Shield Chieftain. You're going to see that throughout the entire poem. Epithets are very popular in this. As well, the other literary or narratological device of speed, whether a scene is being described quickly or slowly. All of a sudden, you're talking about Shield Chieftain as the foundling of this clan, and they end this little paragraph here. That was one good king, and then all of a sudden, afterwards, a boy child was born to Shield, a cub in the yard, a comfort sent by God to that nation. We get nothing other than the fact that he was a good king, and afterward, a boy child was born. That's the speed of the situation. That is the Shop, the original poet, and then the one who finally put it down on parchment, making those executive decisions on how quickly a scene should be detailed, or in some cases, how slowly something should be described. You'll see that later with some of the fights, most particularly Grendel. Keep in mind that this did come from the oral tradition, so a lot of the devices that are a little bit more subtle are, once again, because whomever put this on paper for us to treasure did get it out of the oral tradition. And the oral tradition does have its own qualities, its own techniques, beyond just simply alliteration and epithets. Keep in mind as well something else we discussed, that there are Judeo-Christian overtones. Afterward, a boy child was born to shield a cub in the yard, a comfort sent by God to that nation, Lord of life, Almighty. A lot of people simply say Christian, but there are no mention in this entire poem of Christ. No New Testament references. It's all Old Testament, so I actually prefer to say Judeo-Christian. Keep all of this in mind as you're reading Beowulf for a much better understanding of the poem. It's a fascinating poem. It is archaeologically an accurate poem as more evidence is discovered and uncovered and unearthed about this Anglo-Saxon culture prior to, what a lot of people want to assume as Vikings, so to speak. And here's a lovely picture. Enjoy Beowulf. It's a wonderful poem.